Hi everyone, welcome to my quick review of the Pulsar XQ38. I'd first like to thank Rehfisch and Co in Ballarat for making this video possible, so a big thank you to the guys and gals down there. So let's start with some numbers. We've got a sensor in this at 384 by 288 pixels at 17 micron. So the objective lens being f38 by 1.2, magnification is 2.5 to 10 and a claim detection range at 1350 meters with a frame rate of 50 Hz. It's got a nice little display in it at 1024 by 768 and it has an inbuilt recording of 1024 by 768 into an MPEG format for videos and photos in JPEG. It has 16 gig internal memory. It's also rated at IPX7 for outside use and it comes with an internal 3200 milliamp hour battery and an external 2000 milliamp hour battery. So yes, it does run two batteries. Operating time on the battery packs at around 22 degrees is claimed at about 7 hours and it's charged via USB. It mounts on standard 30mm rings and it is rated at 6000 joules in recoil. It comes with built-in Wi-Fi and weighs in at about 750 grams. It's also about 395mm long. So what do you get in the box? Obviously it comes with the scope. You get an Australian adapter for charging, you get your USB charger, you get a USB cable and a dock for your battery charging. You also get an extra battery cover for the larger battery, which is an optional accessory, and a rubber eyepiece. It also comes with a cleaning cloth for your lens. So having played around with it for a while, what did I think? Well, the first thought I had was, do I need to have the battery dock to charge it? And the answer to that is no. I can actually just put it in the scope and charge them both at once. The thing that did present an interesting issue was once I mounted it on the gun and went out shooting, do I then have to plug my gun into a charger? And the solution I found the easiest was just to plug an external USB battery bank into the scope whilst it was in the gun safe, so it charged both of the batteries, starting with the internal and then moving on to the external. When the scope is being used, it runs the external battery first, and then it runs the internal battery. So you could buy another external battery and have them in your pocket, and just keep going. You can also plug it into the battery bank to charge while on the move. So I mounted this to my 22 and actually found that the zeroing process was very easy. It comes with an option to freeze frame while zeroing, which makes moving the crosshairs and everything also extremely easy. The menu system isn't too hard to learn. Long presses take you backwards or selects and saves and out of the menu, and short presses take you forward, turning the dial up and down to select your options. You can clearly see here the aluminium foil tape that I used to zero it in. It is available from any hardware store. You can also use Hot Pockets, which is another good cheap way to zero it in. Menu options are good. You start with view options, image detail boost, zeroing profile, which reticle you can choose. There's quite a few to choose from. I'll just quickly scroll through these so that you can see all the different options that are available. You get to choose which color you want, plenty of choice. Reticle brightness, I can change the brightness, turning the Wi-Fi on and off for streaming via the app, calibration mode, auto, manual, zero in menu, microphone to record sound, color modes, there's quite a few different options here. Select general settings, give the option for firmware, default settings, formatting the memory, Wi-Fi settings, changing your password if you want to. Things to take notice of on your screen. Starting on the left is your profile and your view mode, automatic or manual calibration. Your zoom, microphone is on or off, the current time, which battery you're using. It will deplete the external battery first before moving it. And then the internal, as stated before, charging is in reverse. If it is set to auto, you will see a 3-second timer appear down here because that means you don't want to shoot because it's about to freeze on you. So you'll see a little countdown appear here just before it does its own calibration. So let's take it out into the field. How did I go? How did I find it? I actually found it really good. Crosshair options are fantastic. I went out looking for rabbits. It was a cold and wet rainy night. I can still clearly see the rabbits, and as you can see in the footage here, they vary in distance from about 20 metres out to about 70 metres. There's a fox here at about 100 metres, and in another video coming up you'll see a fox at about 150 metres. I found the scope very easy to use. Menus were easy to navigate and buttons were quick to find in the dark. All in all, I was very happy with the scope, performed above expectation, and I was very happy with the user interface. I'd also like to point out that the app was actually really good. I did have an issue with transfer times getting the video files off the scope onto my iPad, but that was fixed with a firmware update. Once I did that, the transfer speeds greatly improved. Getting the streaming onto the app itself was quite easy, and some settings can also be adjusted on the app itself. I also started to transfer my files off after each time I used the scope and then format the internal memory, so the next time I didn't have so many files to deal with. In conclusion, would I recommend it? Definitely. If you're in the market for a thermal scope, then definitely add this onto your list to check out. With all the options out there, it doesn't hurt to look. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.